I have not recorded a podcast in a while, or sent an email, or made really much of anything that took more than a few minutes of effort to create or to edit, and there were honestly a lot of reasons, but ultimately I just needed a break from creating content. I needed a break from looking at my own face and listening to my own voice and staring endlessly at my phone in order to post things that would just disappear in a few days anyway. Because when I think about it, I'm really not a huge fan of content. It's representative of a lot of the things that I see wrong with the modern world. You could literally spend your entire life listening to and watching content, and you wouldn't even approach 0.00001% of the currently available media on the internet. And yet we just keep making more of it. When I think about that, it makes me realize how disconnected we all really are. It makes me reflect on how much importance we place on silly metrics like view counts or follower numbers, while ignoring objectively more important targets like hours spent with friends or time walking our dog. And as a result, I haven't really felt like anything I had to say was worth posting. I didn't feel like anybody needed to hear me drone on for the 1200th time about carbs or consistency or whatever other C word would complete this alliterative trifecta of tired topics. So instead, I just stopped saying much of anything at all. I decided I wasn't going to make anything until I was truly moved to do so. I wasn't going to contribute even more slop to the internet just to fulfill some imaginary target that I set for myself about posting dates and content calendars and whatever. But now I actually feel like I might have something to say, and I hope people find it worthwhile. But even if you don't, even if they don't, it will at the very least be something that I believe in sharing. It will be something that helped 1 or 2 or 5 of my clients that week, or would have helped a younger version of myself in my training adventures. I originally became a coach because I wanted to be helpful. I was driving snowcats at a ski resort, and I wanted to do something that might be potentially more useful to a wider range of people. I surely did not become a coach because I wanted to become a content creator. I liked working in the middle of the night, making snow flat. I liked doing a good job and nobody knowing that I existed. It presses a lot of brain buttons for me as a fairly introverted person on the autism spectrum, but it also had a lot of downsides, and one of the biggest was that it felt a bit purposeless, kind of like creating content. So I decided to pursue a career in fitness because it was something that had changed my life, and I thought I might be able to help people. But I quickly learned that I didn't really have this inherent knack for marketing, which is very much a lot of the job in fitness. In fact, I'd argue that I'm pretty allergic to marketing. I never really wanted to be on Instagram or create a podcast or write a ton of emails. I just wanted to do my job well. But in 2026, all of those things are actually part of being a fitness person. If you don't have them, then nobody knows or cares who you are. And if nobody knows or cares who you are, it becomes pretty difficult to be helpful. So in addition to learning to coach, I started learning to do all of that stuff as well. Unfortunately, I wasn't very good at it, largely because I never really had a model for how I could do it well and still feel good about myself, because the fitness industry is full of lies, and half-truths, and most popular content tends to sell answers to those lies for a whole lot of money. And as someone who's bought quite a few of those false answers, I don't really have any interest in selling them to other people. So instead of supplements, I sell squats. Instead of peptides, I sell programming. Instead of carnivore, I sell cardio. And as you might guess, those things are inherently less popular, but they also tend to be a lot more effective. And I'm tired of people in my industry saying things like, yeah, I know supplements are BS, but people are going to buy them anyway, so they might as well buy them from you. Garbage. Instead, I'd like to provide information that actually has the smallest chance of helping someone. I'd like to sell a program that might make someone stronger or faster or improve their back pain or make their knee work again. I'd also like to teach people how to think about training so that they can do it better. Because while I know that most people have no interest in learning anything about anatomy, you really aren't going to make much progress if you don't have a single clue about your body works or about how your body works. If your heel hurts and you decide after a quick chat with the internet robots that you have plantar fasciitis when it's actually Achilles tendinopathy, you're not going to make a lot of progress. You might even make it worse. And if your knee hurts and you follow a list of 5 exercises that will fix your knee pain that showed up on the first page of YouTube, then you're probably going to be in pain again 6 months down the line because those exercises don't scale. And that's if the pain ever went away in the first place. Instead, if you took a couple minutes to either talk to a professional or learn a bit about anatomy, you might actually be able to fix some of those pains for good. All this to say, I'm just going to start making longer stuff again. I feel like I finally have something to say, and I'd like to share it. But it's going to be the type of information I want to share. It's going to be the type of information I want to see. It is going to be the type of information that I discuss with my clients on a weekly basis to get them out of pain and perform better. And it will be stuff that I'm proud to make, and it will be stuff that represents who I actually am as a coach. Some of my stuff has done that in the past. Not all of it. So if you have any suggestions or questions or things you would like me to talk about or answer, I'd love to hear them because I'm really just doing this to be helpful. I don't particularly enjoy hearing myself talk for, 7 minutes now? I'm bored of hearing myself talk. I hear it all day. I just want to make a difference, and this is the only way I really know how to do that. This is the only way I really know how to share what I've learned and to continue to learn as a trainer with as many people as possible. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. Anybody who does is almost certainly full of shit, but I'm not even going to pretend like I know a lot. I didn't even start really training until I was about 30. Before that, I was just exercising hard, arguably too much. But I've fallen in love with fitness, and I put myself in rooms with incredible athletes and amazing coaches, and as a result, I've had a decent amount of success helping a wide range of people, from teenage hockey players to 80 octogenarians working on their osteoporosis to everybody in between. So if this helps anybody, it's worth the time, at least for now. I'll be back with another one of these that actually says something about training. It won't just be another long screed born of my increasingly tenuous relationship with the modern world and my place in it and the internet.